Yes, we are seeing the comments. We have wannabes, we have yes. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome to day 3 of our live series, counting down to our Start Building Your Wealth challenge and getting you ready for that life-changing event. I have talked about a wealth ecosystem for such a long time. And typically in the comments, I'm like, okay, what the heck even is a wealth ecosystem? So I'm curious, how many of you are like, okay, I have no idea what a wealth ecosystem is? Let me know in the comments. I'm wondering if we are also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter as well. This is super cool. So many of you know me as the Invest Diva. I've written books about investing, cryptocurrency investing. My first book was about Forex trading. I talked about technical analysis and all the good stuff. But there is a secret. It's not a secret to how I actually made my millions. And many of you already know that it wasn't just through investing. In fact, when I was just trying to make money by investing, it was going very, very slow. And I was successful, but it was nowhere close to 7 figures or even 6 figures. And it was taking me a whole lot of time. So that is when I figured out this crazy pants thing that was kind of missing out from all of my efforts and was having a wealth ecosystem. So let me know in the chat box, let me know in the comments if you already have a business. Today, we're going to talk about the other side of wealth creation, because majority of business gurus, they either say, hey, become an entrepreneur and make a ton of money, or they say, hey, start trading or get into crypto or start investing or whatever, and you become a millionaire. And the matter of the fact is, there are 3 different types of broke people. How many? You guys, we're going to engage today. How many types of broke people? How many types of broke people are out there? There are 3 types of broke people out there. Put a 3 in the chat box if you got it. I want to know if you guys are actually hearing me. So there are 3 types of broke people out there. What are the 3 types? Type number 1 is the kind of person that makes a lot of money, maybe through their business, maybe they have a job that pays them a lot, maybe they get bonuses, but they don't make their money work for them. I personally happen to know a lot of these type of people who are entrepreneurs, who have $1 million in revenue, people who have also won the award. How many guys can see this award behind me? This is ClickFunnels 2 Comma Club Award, which means that you have earned $1 million in revenue in your business within a funnel. And meanwhile, I know a lot of these 2 Comma Club Award winners who are broke. Why? Because they didn't make their money work for them. Now, there's a second type of broke people, and that is the people who don't have high income, who are not earning a lot of money, but they are making the little money that they have working for them. Now, these kind of people, they can get to financial freedom sometime in the future, like many, many, many years into the future, if they start early. All right. So yes, if you start contributing $50 per month to your portfolio, the portfolio of a newborn, by the time they're 65 years, they will get to $1 million portfolio if they only compound at the market average. But 65 years to get to $1 million, 65 years. Like, how many of you guys feel like that is a very long time in order to get to $1 million status or even financial freedom, if we're not even talking about I lost the train of my thought. Oh my gosh, you guys in the comments, you guys are amazing, but you're distracting me. If you have questions, please do ask, put your questions. But some of the comments here are very, very funny and interesting. Anyways, so that was the second type of broke people. So the first type of broke people is the people who make a lot of money, but they don't make the money work for them. The second type of people is broke people is the people who don't have the money to work for them. Like, you can't make the money you don't have work for you, right? And the third type of broke people are the kind of people who not only don't have money, but they're not making the money that they don't have work for them either. So they're just broke to the broke. Now, the flip side to this is the fourth type of people. The fourth type of people are the people who not only make a lot of money, but they also happen to know how to make their money work for them. And those are the people who are making generational wealth. Those are the people that I believe that have a true wealth ecosystem. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because we have already talked about investing for quite a lot. You probably have read one of my books. Maybe you have attended my free masterclass. But today I'm going to answer the other side of the question, like the reason why I'm not stressed out right now about the markets dipping. The reason why the reason why the only reason why I was able to go from $100,000 to $5 million net worth within 2 years is because I have this full vision. So one more time, now that I have more people in the chat room, let me know if you have a business and how many, and by the way, today is going to be about only for business owners. So if you're not a business owner, or if you have no interest whatsoever in becoming a business owner and having a side hustle or a multiple revenue streams, then this is not going to be for you. If you're only here for investing today, this is not what we're going to talk about. So you're going to, you can just leave. If you think I'm just whatever that you think that I'm doing, you can leave. This is not for you. This is only for people who, first of all, kind of have Googled my name, know that I'm the real deal. If you have any doubts that I don't know what I'm talking about, if you think my awards are fake, if you think I faked out my portfolio, then either go and Google my name and figure out if I'm in fact lying or if I'm the real deal. And if you think that I'm not the right person to talk to, then you can leave. So I want you guys to take this moment to just leave if you think this is not for you. If you're not a business owner, if you don't want to be a business owner, if you don't want to have multiple revenue streams, and if you think that I didn't actually earn multiple $1 million, if you think that I just married rich, or I got lucky, or I inherited money, then this is not for you. And that's cool too. And we can be friends. And that's what you think about me, but I don't want to waste your time. So this is your chance to leave so that now we can get into the actual good stuff. That for now that we have the rooms are filled with people who are actually want to listen to this. Let's go. How many guys are ready? Put a one in the chat box if you're ready. And in the meantime, if other people get into the comments, now that we have the room full of amazing people that I actually want to talk to, if the other kind of people that we talked about come in and then they start like making comments, I don't have the time to actually manage or monitor the comments in the chat box. So you guys, you put the hats on, you let them know that this is not the right place for them, and you can let them know to leave, and then we can get back to business. All right. So for those of you who have a business, how many of you are struggling to get your business to 7 figures net income? We're talking about net income per year. I'm not talking about revenue. I'm talking about net. What is net income? That means how much money you brought in, how much money you spent, how much money you paid for taxes, how much money you paid your employees, and you still were at 7 figures. Put a Y in the chat box if that's you, and put an N in the chat box if that is not you yet. So put an N in the chat box if that is not you yet. And I have another question for you guys. How many of you who are business owners or are thinking about becoming a business owner were like, you got into the business because somebody told you, oh my gosh, you're going to become a business owner, you're going to become an entrepreneur, you're going to take control of your schedule, you're going to have a ton of free time, and you're going to make buckload of money. How many guys got into the business for that specific reason? That's what we were told, right? And the one thing they forgot to tell us was that years later, if you're still in business, considering that most small businesses fail in the first 5 years, you'd be working more hours than ever, which is totally annoying your spouse. You're getting into arguments with your spouse. You don't have enough time with your kids. You're still stressing about whether or not you'll make payroll again. And even if you do, will there be anything left over after the bills are paid? And statistically, there's only about $50,000 per year left in an average CEO's pocket after all of this. And throw into the mission to the mix a pandemic, a war with Russia or Ukraine, and political unrest and inflation and disrupting the suppliers. Oh my God. How many guys can relate to this? This is a story of so many business owners, and this was certainly the case for me as well. I got into the business back in 2012 when I first got fired from my job. Many of you know the story about how I got started investing, and I got into trading, and I lost all of my money, and then I learned about value investing, and I started investing, $500 at a time. But I was also trying to figure out how to fund my investment accounts, right? So I had a lot of side hustles. One of those side hustles is now my business. But before I knew what I was doing, before I had figured this whole wealth ecosystem out, I literally felt like I was stuck on a hamster wheel, gaining just a tiny bit of ground just to end up right back where I started. And I was getting into arguments with my husband. We weren't able to have a baby because we were tight on money. And even after we did have a baby, we were stuck with oh my gosh, the medical bills from the hospital. So it was tough times, right? And it was really mind-boggling for me because I thought I was doing things right. You guys know that my first book was published back in 2012. I was published by freaking McGraw-Hill. I was a professor at universities in New York. I was on freaking TV. Now, my idea of a rich person was an author who's on TV and has all the social proof. And yet I was broke. I was like, where is my $1 million work? Why am I not making money even though I have all of these credentials? That's what we see, right? We see on TV all these people that they look rich, so they must be rich because they're famous, right? And it wasn't until 2 years ago that I had an epiphany. And I found out finally that I was missing a very key element that was keeping me on that hamster wheel. And once I figured that out, I now call this my Diva Wealth ecosystem that has helped me build generational wealth and achieve financial freedom. Now let's do an exercise. What is financial freedom? How many of you guys know the magic number that if you hit in your portfolio, you never have to work again if you don't want to? Right now, I don't need anybody's money. I am financially free because I have hit that number. If I never work again, if I shut my business tomorrow, if I literally just close out my Instagram and my TikTok and everything else, I am still going to be fine living my current lifestyle. So how many guys know that magic number? Are you guys ready? Would you guys want me to share with you that magic number that if you hit in your portfolio, you no longer have to work again? Put a Y in the chat box if you want me to share that magic number, financial freedom number, and we will go ahead. And so for that, I actually have all of my phones over here because I'm live all over the place. So what you need is your phone number. So pretend this is your phone, not phone number, you need your phone. You also want to kind of think about roughly in your head about how much do you need per year to live your ultimate lifestyle. Your ultimate lifestyle is you live in the house you want to live, you're driving the car you want to drive, you are taking the vacations you want to take, you have a nanny for your kid, you're eating the healthy food you want to eat. So what is your ultimate lifestyle and how much per year do you have to spend on it, right? Now to make it easy for you, and if you've been to any of our challenges, you probably already know this number, but if to make it easy, let's take a round number because I'm not good at math. So let's let's say it is $100,000 per year. Ozzy here says I need $1 million per year. that is fine. Any number is a number. You need to know where you want to go in order to create a strategy to get there. Many people don't get to their goal because they don't even know where they're going. They don't have the numbers. They didn't do the math. And the math is actually really simple. So let's say that you need $1 million to live your lifestyle. If you need $100,000 to live your lifestyle. And you know what? I know that here is like, oh, I need $1 million. And you thought it's something shocking. It's not. If you need $1 million, you need $1 million. Kudos to you. You're going to be pumping money into the market. You're going to be the heartbeat of the economy because you're pouring money back into other businesses. You are spending money. That is a good thing. Spending money is a good thing for the economy. So let's say you need $1 million to get to live your lifestyle. Now, how much money do you need in your portfolio to achieve financial freedom? Meaning for you, your financial freedom is that you need $1 million per year to live your lifestyle. Now, what you're going to do is that take out your phones and put in $1 million. If your number is 100,000, put in 100,000. Or is it 250,000? To put $250,000. Now, I don't have my phone right now with me, so I'm going to do it on the top of my head. So say it's $100,000. So we're going to do, you're going to punch in $100,000 and you're going to divide it by 0.04. All right. The number that you get is going to be that magic number that is going to allow you to retire. So at $100,000 expenses per year, your number is going to be $2.5 million in your portfolio that is growing at bare minimum 8% per year, which is the market average. And that means that you can basically take out 4% out of that account every single year. That is going to pay for your lifestyle. And it is going to continue to grow. Now, there are other ways you can do with this as well, but that is a magic number. So everybody did you guys get your magic number they have to hit in order to become financially free? Put a yes in the chat box if you already got your magic number, because that number is where you should be aiming at. You guys, you cannot get to the destination if you don't know where you're going. So it's very, very important for you to know what is your number. And if $2.5 million doesn't feel achievable to you, well, there are ways to go about it, because everything that we tell ourselves, I mean, the thing is, like, all right, let's talk about this. Like Elon Musk, like, you think $1 million per year is such a big number. Elon Musk just dropped $44 billion on Twitter. He didn't even he probably didn't even look up his phone. He was still doing it was like at work, right? Elon Musk has this ability to have so much money to just splurge on whatever the heck he wants, not because he's smarter than you, not because, I mean, he does work hard, but I'm pretty sure, how many guys actually work really, how many guys are super hardworking people? How many guys are super busy, are doing so many things a day? I mean, rest assured, Elon Musk works, but the type of work that he does is probably different than the type of work that is going to make a broke person, right? So put a me in the chat box if that's you, if you're super busy and you are a super hard worker. Now, what if I told you, we're getting a lot of me's, I work hard, right? Everybody works hard. Everybody's super busy. Everybody has so many things to do per day, right? Now, what if I told you that you don't have to work hard to make money? Did you know? Did you know that money doesn't even care how hard you work? Now, if I told you need to actually stop working hard, I mean, is that good news? Would that make you happy? Because what were we told about working hard growing up in our schools? No matter where you were. I was born and raised in Iran. Then I went to Japan. Then I came to America. And everywhere I went, the same thing was said about working hard. It was work hard, get good education, you work hard, and everything will be fine. But then what happened? We did get that education. You can see behind me on this side of my wall, I have that electrical engineering degree that I do not use. I did work my buns up. I did all the things. Well, let me show you something. And I want everybody to participate. Are you guys leaning in? Everybody here? Are you guys leaning in? All right. So how many of you are hard workers? We already established that, right? Now, let me ask you this question. Out of all of you super hardworking, amazing, and busy people, how many of you are filthy rich? Evidently, not me. We're getting here. Not me, not me, not me. Evidently, working hard doesn't work. I risk my case. And I know that I'm already telling you things that are contrary to what we've told, right? All our lives, we've been told that work hard, work hard so that you earn it. You need to earn it, right? But if you continue doing the same exact thing that you've been doing, you're not getting the outcome that you desire. I mean, what did Einstein say? Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. If you're putting the wrong input and you're desiring a different outcome and you're not getting that outcome, how many guys can tell me what you should do instead? If you want a different outcome, what should you change? Every input has an outcome. If you want a different outcome, what should you change? You should change the input. So what we've got to do and what we're going to learn today and during the Start Building Your Wealth Challenge is how to work smart. Now, rest assured, working hard does make you a better person. I still work hard, even though at this point I don't really consider it work. I love what I do. I choose what I do. Do I get stressed out? Yes, I do. But still, this is something that I choose to do. It's not that I need to do. And that makes it a whole lot more pleasurable. And I know you've heard it before. I know you've heard, okay, work smart, work smart. How many guys have heard this quote on Instagram? Oh, you got to work smart. But what is even working smart? What is it? What do they even mean when they say work smart? So are you ready to define what working smarter means? All right. So if you were taking notes, this is the time to take your notes out. Working smart means getting involved in something that will give you active income. It might be getting involved in something that will give you some tax breaks. It does mean getting involved in something that will build passive income, something that we can produce without effort. How many of you would like to get involved in a program like that? Right now, I have an automated business machine that is making us up to $1 million per month. $1 million per month, completely automatically. 100% automatic. That was like my ticket to freedom. Like, I do not have to be stuck to my screen. And I'm not talking about investing, by the way. Today, for those of you who are just joining, today we're talking about business. And I have created an automated active income machine that is just running on auto. My ads are running on auto. Some of you may even have been through it, and is making us up to $1 million per month. Take that for passive income. And then what do? We talked about the 3 types of broke people. There are people who are making this kind of revenue, but they are not making it work for them. But what did I do? I made that million. So this is my active income award, you guys. This is my 2 Comma Club award, which means I made $1 million in one funnel. This one, this diamond that you see, this is the award that we give to our Invest Diva students when they hit $100,000 portfolios. and a $500,000 portfolio and a $1 million portfolio. This one right here in gold is the $1 million portfolio. This is when I first hit $1 million in my portfolio. All right. So what am I doing? I'm increasing my income. There you go. I'm increasing my income. For those of you, on TikTok, sorry, you guys don't see it. These are the two awards we're talking about. This is the increased income award, that disc over there, and the diamond is the $1 million portfolio award. And yes, I'm married, and I was able to retire my husband, right? So you guys, how do you do this? Now, how many guys are like, okay, I don't know where to start. I have a business. I have no idea, like even where to start. And maybe you have a business and you're just struggling and you're not getting anywhere. So let me know in the chat box, which type are you? Or maybe you don't have a business, you don't know where to get started. Or maybe you have an idea, you don't know how to take it to the next level. You already have been in business for 5 years, but you haven't been able to get it to 7 figures. Let me know which type you are in the comments. Let's go. We are live all over the place. We are live on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. So cool, you guys. This is so good for participation. All right, let's see. We've got 2. We got have a business, not in those figures. This is informative. I would love to learn more, Manny says. All right. So the first thing you want to do, if you're struggling, step number 1 is to turn your mess into your message. My wealth ecosystem, and we're not going to talk about the core part of it. I already have, before I figured the whole thing out, I had many of the elements of it. So I thought if I become an author, I'll become a millionaire. And rest assured, becoming an author is an element of your wealth ecosystem. Think about all of the wealthy people that you know who are in the news. Becoming an author, no matter what type of business you're in, whether you're in e-commerce, whether you sell cookie bars. How many guys remember or know these protein bars, the kind protein bars? That dude even has a book. Becoming an author immediately will give you authority. That is one of the elements of the wealth ecosystem. And of course, I have written 7 books, 3 of which have become a bestseller. And yes, I do teach you how to do just that. I wrote my most recent best-selling book in just 2 days. This one, how many guys have got your copy, by the way? This became a Wall Street Journal and USA Today bestseller, and I wrote this whole book in 2 days. And I shared that framework with our $1 Million Family Accelerator students, and they are doing it. We have students who have now written their books. I mean, it didn't take them this was my 5th book, so of course I'm now faster. But for the first book, we have students who wrote their book in 3 months. That's pretty cool, right? So that is the first element of your wealth ecosystem. I'm going to talk about the rest of the elements in just a little bit, but I know that even this that I just told you, you're like, oh my gosh, she became an author. What? All right, let me tell you a secret. Not so much of a secret. All of my books are in the English language. Did you know that I learned, you probably knew because a lot of our trolls, our lovely, lovely trolls do make fun of my accent. I learned English very recently. English is not my first language. I was born and raised in Iran. I was in Iran until I was 18. Then I went to Japan. Then I learned Japanese. And all of my books are in English, my 3rd language. And I'm not telling you this to impress you or to kind of pretend that I'm some sort of a genius. Do you know how much effort I put in to learn English? I worked my buns off. I would go back, forward. I learned the English language inside and out. And if I can do it, what I want you guys to commit to yourself today is to expect more from yourself. One of the biggest problems that we have now in our society is that we have a higher expectation from everybody else around us than we do from ourselves. Like, stop thinking that somebody else is going to solve your problem. Take responsibility for your own mess. Turn it into your own message. One of the best things you can do to change your life is that decision, and everything comes with a decision. You can literally make a decision to change right now, to take responsibility. You got to stop thinking, Mama can do it, Papa can do it, the government is going to do it, or we're going to make a revolution. Stop waiting for that guru to come and do it. Stop waiting for somebody else to come by and fix the mess that you made. If you learn to expect great things from yourself, everybody tap your chest and say who? From yourself. Everybody say who? Say me. If you can learn to expect great things from yourself, eventually great things will come from yourself. We think like somebody else because they have the ability to fix it. Oh, Kiana is so smart. She did this. Oh, Kiana. Oh, can you come and do this for me? Oh, can you manage my portfolio? Oh, can you do this for me? We think it's their responsibility to fix the problem. But the reality is, if you've got a problem, you are the one responsible for fixing it. Like, I know that, there's all these things going around. Oh my gosh, the government, this, that. And it's so easy to blame. I was there. My dad, his business was taken away from him literally in the 1979 Iranian Revolution. Like, he went from here being this multi-million-dollar CEO. The government took it away from him, ripped it off from under his feet. They were going to kill him. They didn't kill him. I was born in that situation. What I could have done is like, oh, my dad is there, and they took the money away from them, and I'm in Iran, and I can do this, and I got mad, and then what did I do? Did I do that? If I had done that and like kept on blaming the Iranian government for that, and then kept on blaming not being able to speak English, and then kept on blaming the Iran-Iraq war on like all the misery that they brought to the Iranian people, to the Jewish people, would I have been where I am today? Again, I'm not saying this to you guys to impress you. I am telling you that yes, you can. You can take responsibility. You know what the word responsibility means? It means that you have the ability. This is what my coach says. My coach, Myron Golden, says, responsibility means that you have the ability to respond with ability. Like, stop talking about your problems. Start talking about your solutions. Because wherever attention goes, if you shift your focus from the problems, everything that is going wrong in the world, to how can I make this work for me, where attention goes, intention flows, and you will find a solution. It is all within you. So it's very interesting because my sister, my actual sister, right? So she's in America as well. And she has this really, really, really low self-esteem about her English. And she's a real estate agent. And she wants to like go and like show people the houses. And she's like, oh, but my English is so bad. And nobody's going to take me seriously. And no one's going to buy from me because I don't know how to speak English. And we were actually having this conversation the other day. And she's like, oh, I don't have confidence. And she's actually 13 years older than me. And I told her, that is your asset. Like, speaking English with an accent, it has been my asset. Why? Because now I can relate to other people who may speak another language with an accent, who don't believe in themselves because they're not the best speakers ever. And they would say, if Kiana did it, I can do it. And for her, speaking with an accent, she can really appeal to that kind of demographic. And it has nothing to do with your accent. Like, yes, I am speaking with an accent right now here, but I'm speaking with confidence. So the majority of you who are still here, who are still listening and participating in the comments, you don't even hear my accent. You probably hear it, but you're not paying attention to it because all you see is my confidence. And I wasn't always confident. I was not by far, like I had some of the lowest self-esteem ever. And I'm going to tell you how I gained that confidence to do the things, to become the things, to get the things that I have today. It was literally just a decision. So I want to challenge you guys. I know that this is not a challenge yet. We are going to get to the actual challenge where we challenge you to do the things on Monday. If you haven't got your tickets, you guys, if you are a business owner or if you want to become a business owner, if you want an increased income so that you can fund your investment accounts, so that you can actually take advantage of the dip, so that you're not stressed out by a recession, you need to be in this challenge, you guys. I'm telling you, this challenge is life-changing, has changed so many lives. Just go and watch some of the videos on the challenge order form. All you have to do is to go to yourwealthnow.com. If you're on TikTok or if you're on Instagram, it is also in the link in my bio. But even though this is not the challenge yet, I do want to challenge you with one thing. Are you guys ready? Can I challenge you? Can you pinky promise me that starting tomorrow, there is one thing that you can do? Pay attention to one thing that you can do, that you can change in order to move the needle towards your future success. Like if you're not confident, if you think confidence is your problem, I should put in the chat box. What do you think is keeping you within you? We're not talking about blaming other people. What is it that you think you don't have that is preventing you from achieving what you want to actually achieve? Put in the chat box. Is it self-confidence? Is it's something within you being? For me, it's always been self-confidence. So that's one of the things that I didn't have. You're going to do pinky promise over here. What is something within you that is preventing you from making a lot of money? We're getting self-confidence, we're getting money, we're getting knowledge, better work ethic, fear. Okay, these are so good. So you were aware of this. Did you know that you can make a change within yourself literally like this? And then if you do it over and over and over again, it is going to become a habit. So would it be okay if I share with you guys how I went from being someone who has zero self-confidence to somebody who can actually get on the stage and speak in front of 10,000 people? You guys want to know how I did it? How I went from that to that? All right. So this is how I did it. It's like super crazy secret. Oh my God, what's the secret sauce? This is what I did. I committed for a month to do this. The moment I get up in the morning, and you know how I do it. Like, so I get up in the morning, right? I step foot, I like get out of bed and I put my foot down on the floor. I make myself say this to myself. I'm a confident queen. And the first time I said it, I started laughing, like, who the hell are you kidding? You're a confident queen. Like, oh my God. Like, I started laughing at myself. I'm like, you're such an idiot. Like, why did you say that? But I made myself say it. And making myself say, did you know whatever you tell yourself, you believe it, even if you're lying? This is how much control you have over your mind. So I started telling myself, I'm a confident queen. And like even these words alone, like tell yourself that for a second. Like if you're a king or a queen, just say it out loud. Say it out or think it out loud if you're in front of people. And see, how does that make you feel? Like the moment I say that, I immediately, like, my posture changes. I'm like, oh, I'm a queen. Ooh, look at me. Ooh, I'm a queen. I'm a confident queen. My posture changes. And as a result of that, my mindset and my attention changed. And as a result of that, the way I did things throughout the day changed. And I committed into doing this every single day for 1 month. And you guys, that was it. That was the game changer. Now, every time there's something that I feel like is, so, we have desires within ourselves. At the time, my desire was to become more confident. Then my desire was to make $1 million. So every morning when I get up, what do I say? I am a millionaire. Now I have $1 million. I have other desires. My desire is to have a very loving relationship with my husband. So what do I say? I'm like, I am very lovable, right? And that becomes me. The words that you speak out of your mouth about yourself becomes yourself. You guys, I have been on. I wanted to be out on for only 30 minutes, but here we are. We were 47 minutes here, and I hope this is valuable to you. We're going to dive even deeper into this. Like, if you think this was mind-blowing, we're getting all this, oh my gosh, it's amazing. It is going to be crazy pants in the challenge. And if you're getting in the challenge, we always sell out, by the way. We always get more VIPs than general admission, because the VIPs, you get to actually be on the Zoom with me. I get to see your faces. We get to talk to each other and answer your questions. There's so much value in the VIP. We're unfortunately 74% sold out on the VIP. If you haven't got your tickets already, I think this is where you want to be. It may be right for you, may not be right for you. So let me tell you who this is the right thing for, because I don't want you to come in and like, oh my gosh, it's not what I thought it's going to be. The Start Building Your Wealth Challenge, it is not about investing. I have books about investing. I have a free masterclass about investing. You can, if investing is all you care about, then go do those ones. All right. But the Start Building Your Wealth Challenge is all about how to become the kind of person who can build a wealth ecosystem that can get you to financial freedom. And this is exactly how I achieved financial freedom. We've been sharing it with hundreds of our students, and it has been life-changing. So if you want your life to be changed, then don't hesitate. We're going to start on Monday. We typically used to do it at 11 a.m. Eastern time. This time, because we wanted to honor people who have a 9-to-5 job, we are doing it from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern time, so that and it's before you put your, if you have kids. I have a toddler, so this is before her bedtime, so I get to then go and put her to bed. So that is the time that's going to be. VIP is only live. If you cannot attend the VIP sessions live, do not buy the VIP sessions, because there are not going to be any recordings available for the VIP. Platinum is how you're going to guarantee asking a question, because every time we've been doing the challenges, we get so many VIPs that sometimes you don't actually get to all their questions. So you want to be guaranteed to get answers to your questions, to your personal questions each and every day. Then the platinum one is for you. And that was my pitch, if you will. We were talking about the Start Building Your Wealth Challenge. It's starting on Monday. All you have to do is to go to yourwealthnow.com, yourwealthnow.com. If you're on TikTok or if you're on Instagram, the link is also in my bio. Grab your tickets, you guys. We have only 70. We're about 30% seats left in the VIP. So with that being said, you guys, I hope that you take up on the challenge from tomorrow morning to start and repeating that mantra about yourself to become the kind of person that you need to be in order to achieve your dreams. And I cannot wait to see you in the challenge. Have a good night, you guys.